75-60, Jacksonville takes down Stetson at home here tonight. Improves to 10-0 at home this season. Now 5-2 in the Atlantic Sun Conference. We welcome in Victoria's head coach Tony Jasick. And Coach, your team was able to jump out to a big lead early, weathered some storms shooting-wise, and were able to come out with a solid win in the end. At what point, or was there any point where you sat there and had to settle the guys down, maybe after a run that Stetson was putting together, or was this just a let's stay the course and things will take care of themselves?
Are you insinuating that we had some issues with our team getting loose on a potential alley-oop play? Is that what you feel like, two artists? You know, it's one of those things where, on one hand, you know, you want your guys to play with some excitement. You want your guys to play with some energy and have some fun. But there's a fine line between doing that and, you know, getting a little bit giggly. And I thought tonight, for the most part, we were pretty good. We had a couple of plays, you know, late that probably could have stretched this thing from, you know, to 12 or 13 to 16 or 18, and we got careless on the offensive end.
Well, it appears that this Haddock team had their best, most success in the transition part of the floor, bringing the ball back on the defense. What kind of adjustments did you do that you use in it?
Well, you know, it was one of our main focuses in in halftime. Is look, we have got to get back and build a wall. We get a tendency, especially when you play smaller guards, to where guys are going to run even. They're going to try to time it for a block shot. And like that's not sound basketball. And so we really try to make it a point of emphasis to get back, sit down and guard. And I thought for the most part we did a pretty good job with that. And like I told our team at the end of the day, guys, we can slice this thing any way we want it. But if you hold a team to 60 points in a Division I game, like we're gonna have a chance to win that one.
Well, speaking of that, you played well, forced turnovers, limited them to shooting 30% from the field. Stetson shot in this game, just scored 60 points, as you mentioned. Now, you scored 16 points off of those 12 turnovers. What's the key to scoring off of turnovers?
I think it's, in this game, it was getting the ball to the rim. And we played with a little bit better pace in transition. I thought that when we were in the open floor, we didn't settle. We got the ball to the rim. You know, Babineau went coast to coast a couple times. Darian went coast to coast a couple times. Obviously, Marcel did some things around the rim. And we have a tendency to kind of jog and float and maybe settle at times. And I thought tonight we did a pretty good job of getting the ball to the rim, which I thought was going to be a major key for us.
Lastly for you, Coach, 5 players in double figures. I mean, while it wasn't the prettiest offensive game, shot just 38% from the field, but the guys got the job done. They got the points the way they needed to. It was balanced effort. How do you preach to your guys to be ready to contribute in a balanced effort like that?
Well, you just hope it becomes your culture, and I think we're getting closer to that becoming our culture. We've had some guys that have had some standout performances offensively, but I think that's also a credit to our team being unselfish enough to allow that to happen. You know, a lot of teams, you know, for example, at Gulf Coast, our leading scorer, Corey Babineau, allowed Josh Adeyeye to get 35. A lot of leading scorers don't do that. A lot of leading scorers are like, look, that's great that you're feeling good, but I'm going to also make sure that I get mine. And Corey doesn't have that in him, which really helps. But, you know, I thought we were really kind of awkward around the rim early in the game and a little bit, you know, avoiding contact and things of that nature. I thought we did a much better job in the second half to answer your question about our difficulty of scoring the ball tonight.
15-point win for Jacksonville, improved to 5-2 in the Atlantic Sun. Corey Babineau, by the way, 5 assists again. He's had 5 or more in all but one Atlantic Sun game this year. 75-60, Jacksonville defeats Stetson here. Back in action Monday night against Florida Gulf Coast right here at Swisher Gymnasium.
All right, Coach.
See you, man. Yeah, sure, we'll take it.